Hello and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. I'm JC Jensen. So this is Build a Rocking Chair, episode 17, where we're going to cut the back leg seat joint. All right, so we've got our back leg to shape. We've glued on the adder block here on that inside. We're now going to cut it at 6 degrees this way. Right on? So in order to do that, to facilitate that, we first have to create a jig. So I've employed my craptastic Rockler tapering jig here, and I'm starting with for the jig. We have a centerpiece and our two side pieces that are basically creating a taper jig to cut the back leg. All right, so the center block is 22 inches long. Started out on 4.5 inches wide. And 1.5 inches thick, all squared, traditional method, so everything's nice and flat and square. The measurement or the angle, the taper that we're cutting is 2.1 inches on the narrow end, down to 4.4 inches on the wide end. Okay, do the math, right? 0.4 times 16 and 0.1 times 16 gives you your fractional measurement. This end is like 1/16 and 1/16 0.6 of a 16th. So a 16th plus a 32nd, 3/32 and a 64th ish, right? Anyway, that's what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my angle here, and then we'll make the other two pieces and get this thing glued up. All right, so I've got the two side rails for this jig cut. They measure 22 inches long, 4.25 inches in width, and they're about you need 7/8 to an inch. Mine are at an inch. All right, so now we're simply going to glue all this together, hopefully without making too big a mess. And so I'm going to glue this, and I'm going to screw it together. Countersinking the screws about 1/4 inch. So why so thick, you may ask? Well, over time, when we finish assembling this, we're going to run this bottom across the joiner to make a nice flat, right? But over time, this wood's going to move. We know this. I am going to shellac this one like I did my form jigs to kind of help reduce that, but it's going to move over time. So that allows us, if we're going to make 100 chairs, we want them all to be the same, and we want our cuts to be accurate. Well, by having it this thick, that gives you repeatability across the joiner to make sure it's flat again before you continue. So that's why. If you only intend to make one, then adjust accordingly. All right, here we go. All right, so here you go. This is our 6-degree angle jig for cutting the pads on the legs. With some squeeze out. All right, so I'm gonna let this glue dry. Oh, I'll give it till tomorrow. It's the end of the day for me, so I'll pop these screws out tomorrow, and then I'll run this bottom edge across the planer, and then we'll get to work on the legs. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've let this glue dry overnight, and back out here today. I've gone ahead and removed all the screws that I put in, right, as our clamp. We'll wait on the glue to dry, and I have run the bottom across the joiner. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to take it back over to the joiner and square it, square the sides the same way. So as I run this across the joiner, I'm going to be holding the bottom flat up against the fence so that it cuts it at 90. Even though I went through the process of squaring everything prior to assembly, might be able to see it, maybe not. These are not square to the bottom, so I'm going to run them across the joiner and square both faces so that it's running at 6 degrees as we run it through the table saw to cut our back legs. Right on? So we've assembled all our pieces. I jointed the bottom, and then I jointed each face so that everything is nice, is perfectly square, right? And as we run this across the table saw, we'll get our 6 degrees. Well, 6 degrees on what? 6 degrees on our back leg. So if you'll remember, we cut the bottom, the foot area here of the back leg, I believe at 6 degrees. And when we assemble our chair, our two legs here are going to splay out at 6 degrees. Groovy? So in order to achieve that, we need to cut our adder block at 6 degrees. That was the purpose of the jig. So my next task is to go over to the joiner. We have a flat edge here. First task is to joint this face, making this 90 degrees to the outside. Do that on both legs. Then we'll incorporate our jig that we just made on the table saw and cut our 6 degrees on this adder block. Right on? Okay, so off to the joiner. All right, so here at the table saw, I've got the jig against the fence. I'm starting with the right leg. I've clamped the right leg to the jig with the seat pad flush to the surface of the table saw. And I've set the distance for the fence from the blade to the outside of this pad at 1/8 of an inch right there. All right. And in order to facilitate this operation, I had to remove the riving knife. So I've got it off and it's out of the way. So now with that accomplished, I pick up the leg in the jig, lift it up and over the blade, and I'm ready to make the cut. Notice I'm using a wood clamp here and a spring clamp back here. So we've got a lot going on right here in close proximity to this blade. So by using wood up here in the front, if something goes awry and the clamp gets into the blade, it's wood. It'll be okay. Now, as I run this through, I'm also going to be standing over here to the right side. I have no riving knife, so I'm staying clear of anything that may come out of here, right? And I'll hold it up tight against the fence and push it through. Now, I'm going to cut 95% of this, and then I'm going to stop and I'm going to back it off. I'm going to break off the wedge that's created, and then I'll finish the cut. And the reason for that is if you cut straight through with the zero clearance blade or insert, or even a standard insert, when that wedge comes off, it's going to go right down in that gap. Choop! And catastrophe. Potential catastrophe, right? So we don't want that. So I'm going to cut it most of the way through. I'll back off, I'll break that off, and then finish the pass. Right on? Now, if you can tell, so my blade, the blade that I have on here right now, is a little short for this operation. I'll have to deal with this here, but I'll deal with that in a little bit. But that's the right leg. So next we'll do the left leg. The setup's similar, but a little different. So to set up to cut the left leg, we take the jig and we spin it around 180 degrees so that the wide end is forward. Then we take the leg itself and we can adjust it forward or back where we need to get that 1/8 of an inch distance from the inside of the blade to the bottom of the foot. All right. Once we've got that, we can lock it down. All right. Verify everything is flat and square. Looks good. Now we can proceed with the cut. Okay, so we've got these successfully cut. So where this area here was that the table saw didn't get, I just simply took my block plane and just shaved it off. Came off real fast. All right, so next we're going to make sure we just cut this at this piece, right, at 6 degrees to the face of the seat. Well, it may or may not come out perfect. More often than not, it's not going to be. Easy solution, I'm going to take it back over to the joiner, keeping the face, flip it around, keeping the face of the seat pad tight against the fence and squaring this off, or 6 degrees, squaring this off to the face. Right on, so over to the joiner. Okay, so now I've got this jointed 90 to the face. We can verify this simply by butting it up to our seat joint back here. And as it lays in, you can see the 6-degree cant we got going, right? But as you lay it up in here, you can verify that it is 90 degrees and everything is nice and tight in this joint. If it's not, I would simply just take a hand plane to whichever area needs to be trued up to make it a perfect fit, right? For instance, I'm still a little bit high, just the tiniest of fractions high on this front edge of being perfectly square. So I'm just going to take my hand plane and very lightly shave this edge, probably this top inch, to bring it back in compliance, because we want it to be perfect. All right, so we made our 6-degree back leg seat joint jig. We cut our 6 degrees, both legs on the table saw, and we squared everything up through here. All right, that wraps us up for this episode. If you like this video, please remember to hit that like button. We'll see you down the road.